face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. 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 Talk your face off.
And we're live.
Yes, we are live now. How are you doing today?
You got to do it with the hood.
Oh, I should have. That'd have been way better. I suck.
Well, you know. What's going on?
Oh, man. I'm playing catch up on everything from last week.
Yeah?
Catch up. So, yeah. Trying to get videos out, not only from the event, but from before, stuff that I've got just backlogged.
Yeah.
Because of time, like not to edit yet. So
I feel you.
Yeah, big time catch up.
I think it's been 20 days since I posted to YouTube.
The tubes.
Yep.
You know, I could probably post for the next 2 weeks just with stuff I have shot and not edited yet and need to find time for. So that's the hard thing is. And the more that I don't get to it, the less likely I'm going to remember about it or even care to even edit it. And yeah, because new stuff's coming constantly and you're just gravitating toward just getting that stuff one and done and out, you know, like shoot it and edit same day, even though you've got stuff that you should be editing.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough. Hey,
I feel you.
Chris. Yeah,
Hyperflow fans. Sup, yo? These old flapping lips. What's going on?
Man, so where do you want to start?
Let's see. I'll read down the list of what I've got. So,
okay.
'Tis the season. I think you kind of get what I'm throwing down there. Gauntlet recap, FCX 18, track scouting, Holland Cats, 8th e-buggy glory, and new elements found. Why don't we start with? We'll ease into it with some track scouting. How about that?
Okay. Track scouting.
Yeah.
I'm going to load up some of my pictures while you're doing that.
All right. So we were down south this weekend and there's a racetrack down there that I've never been to. And I know it's down there. It's an indoor clay track, right? Off-road. And
it's a long way from Earth.
What's that?
Indoor
clay track. Yeah. So the problem is it is an hour and a half away. An hour or so away, but I wanted to go. I knew they race on Sundays and their racing starts at 1:00 and it ends at 6. So I'm like, that's pretty quick. Like that's pretty good. Like if we went down there, raced for 5 hours and then came home, that's a pretty good like hit. Right. But it's a long day. It's still going to be a 9-hour day.
Yep.
But I'm conflicted. The whole idea is so that we keep him kind of going, right? We keep him in figuring out how to control the RC car in the dirt, or not in the dirt, but you know, just like same premise as the carpet and the turf and all that. Our carpet and turf, our carpet racing now, indoors carpet, outdoors turf. Carpet racing now is once a month. Every now and then there's a month where there's 2 races, but for the most part, it's once a month. Okay. And there's no practice. They set the track up Friday night and you race Saturday morning. So you could go and practice Friday night, but it's a late night and they start at 7:30 in the morning for practice on Saturday. So it's kind of a no-go on that for a kid, right? Because then the other thing is the indoor ones, for some reason, are so much bigger. And so when we did novice indoor, almost every race, there was probably 2 heats per qual. And then there was a B main and an A main. So there's a lot of people. So like novice, we'd be there from 7:30, 8:00 in the morning until 7:00 at night.
Oof.
Yeah. And that's just one class.
Did I miss how long the drive was to do that?
5 minutes.
Get there? Oh, okay. Well, then, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So
pretty close.
So that one we could actually leave and go have lunch and come back, kind of a thing.
Yep.
So that's not that big of a deal. But so I'm trying to get what's going on, guys. I'm seeing people saying what's up. Sorry. I'm trying to, but I just want to keep him fresh, keep him like ready to go kind of a thing all the time.
Trigger finger ready.
Yeah. The problem is that I was talking to the guy down there and he's like, yeah, he goes, if he's starting to get competitive, you're probably going to want to set up a separate car for this, because in turf and carpet, we're running gear diff, suspension's totally different. And on clay, they say to run a ball diff and like learning all different kinds of stuff. So I'm like, that's a lot of, the good thing is that they're in between. So if I really wanted to, I could tear the car apart, tear it down every 2 weeks and switch it over.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. So I'm torn on it. It's like, I really want to get them the time, but I'm torn. What do you guys think in the chat? We'll bounce back to those answers. We're going to move on to something else, but we'll bounce back to those answers. So I see you guys saying, RC Jeep guy says, what's up? Decent track in Tucson. The last I was there, Tucson would be sweet. Jeff Walter, what's going on? Team Garage Hack RC Concepts ever.
Walter, welcome.
Team Garage Hack RC Concepts ever visited 5280 or more in Denver Metro? I've never been there, but I've wanted to go to Denver really bad. And then sounds like a SoCal race. And new comments. What's up with Black Market's asking what's going on at Reaction, and Go Man Go says would get old fast. I think he's talking about tearing down and setting up for the car.
Yeah. So quickly with Jeff, I don't know actually all the details. I know that it was serious and he wasn't able to be at the Gauntlet, and so they're on like limited hours. Some people are helping watch the shop right now and things like that, but I know that there's medical costs and different things that are being incurred. So I was just put on my, you can't see it, Pablo, probably because I did on my YouTube. I just posted that anybody that does super chats, that I'm just going to donate it all to Jeff and Reaction RC. He's, he needs the money. He's not able to get in and work it right now. He does have people helping him, but it's shorter hours, and there's some help needed there. So just kind of, he's awesome in our community here online, awesome here locally in our community for RCs. So anybody that does super chat for whatever reason, want your comments read, super chat will definitely get it read. But
absolutely.
Also, it'll be it's just, well, one, because it pops it up so we see it longer, which is great. It helps. But it's, I'm just saying I'm going to donate all of it, even whatever the percentage that YouTube takes. So anything given will go right to him and help him along right now. So it's a bummer that he wasn't there. He put in so much time ahead of the Gauntlet to get it going. So
there we go. XJ Sport 95 for a good cause. Yep. Just threw down five bones for us.
Yeah, thank you, man.
There you go. You need that.
I know. I don't.
Where's your board?
I have it on?
Where's your board?
I don't think I do. If I hit a button and it's not it, I'm going to feel like an idiot.
You're an idiot.
I don't have it on here. I need to put it on this little thing. I only have it on the big one. So
yeah. Go Man Go, $10. 124.
It says 124th better than 1/10. True story. Greater than. Jeff Walter also just want to say shout out to him. Man, they had the farm just looking mint.
Nice.
When I was there a couple weeks ago, they had a lot of work to do because of the storm that rolled through. Like,
oh right.
And just tore stuff up for them. And then, I mean, it looked so good when we rolled in. And dude, it was packed. Like, I had to leave because I had the printer issues last week, and I still have them. I haven't been able to fix it. Been too busy. But my one has just been going non-stop. But I was trying to get the pine trees out, and people had ordered the Trio ones, which was crazy because that wasn't normally but a lot of people had ordered them. And I'm like, well, crap. Like, I've been trying everything to get them printed. Finally, I went back and just did all new. I just redid everything. And and took care of it. And I see that. I'll mention that in just a second here. Big,
just
big
do it
shout
up,
out. Yeah. We'll mention that in full detail in a second here. But yeah, so getting it out, and I was like, I got to meet Rick with 124 Mop in the trailer, and we were all going to roll into Walter RC Park together. And I was going to put it in my mailbox so the mailman would pick it up. Usually I take it and drop it off, but it's too early. It's like 7 a.m. So I was going to do the thing I don't like to do, which is put in my mailbox, put the flag up, and let them grab it. I forgot. But but once you've printed the tags, people get an email a couple hours later.
Right.
It's been posted. So I'm like, well, crap. So we got in, set everything up, and then I Googled, and there was like a post office like 6 minutes away from the park. So we left. And as we were leaving, now, mind you, it's noon. Like they just opened for people to start pulling in at 10 a.m.
Oh, wow.
And dude, we're just driving, and it's just like row after row. Well, like you're looking down the rows of the, and the way that they do it is because of the way you park in, and with trailers and all that and campers, they have you come in and go up this row and come in, and they do it in order because you need the room to pull in and park, because the actual aisles are narrow.
Yeah.
And it's way easier. So they don't just let people park wherever you want in the field. They've got it spray painted, marked, and they're directing people in one at a time. And I mean, it's noon, and it's just row after row after row after row, and I'm just like driving like, holy crap, like 2 hours, and it's filled in with all of these campers going down. And I do actually, you know what, I have an aerial shot here.
That's dope.
John Martin had mentioned it, and I went back and grabbed it. I'd seen it earlier, and I'd seen video of flyovers.
Yeah.
Where's the window? I need a window one, not iCloud. Where's the window? Oh, here.
That's
all right. So before I do this, big shout out to Black Market RC, $50. Support the guys in the RC community. Huge. So I've got to write these down. Actually, I'm going to write these down to make sure that we let him know. So
we'll come back and talk about Black Market, because now it seems like the mini or 12.
Oh, scale. I just ran mine, and everybody was asking about his chassis. 24 scale. But keep going. Say what you were saying about him.
I was going to say, we're going to have to see the mini stuff mini or smaller is heating up now. Now that Associated came out with another one, we're going to have to see where all this is going, man. It's pretty rad. I'm excited.
All right, so
I'm excited.
I just want to make sure that I give him the full amount to what everybody's doing. So I'm just writing it all down.
Sure. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to. It's making me jealous. I feel like I was bummed a little bit this weekend because everyone's at look at that. Everyone's at these, big events, and we don't have anything close to us that's that big.
Yeah. So when we were I was driving down this road. So you come in. Can you see my mouse on the screen? It doesn't show, does it? No, it doesn't. Well, you come in. So you can see the oval track. I'm going to try and just paint a picture. Oh, John Martin sent me another picture.
We got a couple more popping in too. I'll talk over you while you're getting stuff up. Charlie Shankles, $10. Get well soon from Knoxville, Tennessee. Thank you, Charlie. Much appreciated.
24 for 24 is better.
There you go.
I get what he's saying.
Very awesome. Mitchell Andrews says had a blast at the Gauntlet. It was great to see everyone.
Oh yeah, man, he was there. They were repping NSDRC, Team Flub, RC. They were rocking it. They did some late night stuff with us too. I posted a video of what I got.
Mm-hmm.
I'll mention that I was busy, but if you look at the course, the oval at the bottom. So all of those tents at that bottom left, right there, kind of the drive that goes down into the middle, like the middle artery between the barn and everything.
Sure.
Was like RC Addict. I think it's ACRC. They sell a bunch of wheels and cool stuff. There was, I see the trailer for sure. I'm trying to think. There was Crooked Mitten was in there. Flub RC was in there. Beef Tubes was there.
Oh, wow.
And there was other even more. I can't even remember all the vendors that are there that were set up in that area. I honestly, I can't point to it on the map. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, I can. Oh, here we go. That's not what I wanted to do. Can I scroll it? Okay, so we were in this middle area here. So those little tents right there are the ones where the two right ones are the trailers for 24 scale at the top. At the bottom was 18 scale and 12 and under. And then my tents were set up there. And the registration, all that was by that building and some other tents. But our our tent was set up just to the right of it over here. And that's actually where my truck is and stuff. So we didn't leave this area here much at all the whole weekend. It was just basically chained in here because either we were setting up the courses, I had the store open, setting up camp, tearing down camp. We did venture out and run the oval with the John Martin was there. We did the oval with the motorcycles, which is fun.
Oh, cool.
But you can see how big a spot here that Bauhaus RC and everybody had. GCM was there racing, which was the other photo you just saw. But yeah, the off-road track, then they had this huge crawler park area. And I ran the J Concepts tires on this. I never made it to the back. Cardboard crawlers, we see you. And then over here on the far right, we ran the Go Man Go, who's in here right now. Dana and I and Milo, Matt Flanders' son, and my son ran the 24 scale monster trucks there. So I printed it last.
Nice.
Where was it in here? It was Thursday night before I left. I was in a different live stream and I was painting up the body, like the crush cars and the ramps to take that night at like midnight, something like that, running outside to paint them. But yeah, I mean, you can just see how many were packed in there. So I was just driving down this side road, like, holy cow, row after row after row. And then they were packed in all through here, like all tents behind this building and just campers as far as, I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. How many campers, not only the people that were coming in, oh, there are little trolleys there too. I just see it there to take you out to the back. There were. So quick numbers thing. We had over 170 mini trucks in our two competitions that we had over the 2 days. The first day was 96 competitive, like 96 trucks.
That's crazy.
Go Man Go says cool.
490 10 scale and 177 minis.
Yeah, it was about 177. And that's the second day was a loose count because we were rushing because I was trying to get things done and papers are coming in. And so I was inputting everything into my iPad to sort, but there came a time where it was just like, this isn't in contention. This is like, inputting. Like you could tell it was like, I already knew what my top three numbers were and it had to be lower to get entered.
Yeah.
And so I don't know that I got everything from the multiple clipboards and counted, but I think it was around the 76, I think. So it's like 172 total, 96 and 76. But the second day is a rough count. The first day is everybody entered into the system. I need to go back and see it. So
that's crazy. Let's go back up to cardboard. Where do you? We didn't post that one.
Yep, I just wrote it down.
Right on. This this community has done so much for all of us. At least it has done for me in ways I cannot even communicate. Wish I could do more. Or our thoughts are with Jeff. And blessings go out to everyone close to him.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thanks a lot, Cardboard.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I really want to get to one of these. I was thinking about that, and there's just nothing this big close to us. You know what I mean? It's like the closest, the Pro Line is probably, well, Axial Fest is closer than Pro Line, but it's still a flight or a long drive.
Right.
Like, and yeah, it'd be fun to get to one for sure. That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Jeff's saying Jeff Michael Althoff took the picture, so we should give him credit.
Oh, there you go.
For taking it. So, and there was other drone footage of flight footage I'd seen where they were flying over it, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
But this isn't even where the event is. The event is in a line of trees like the one at the top, but it's in the back of the property, like left, like go about this whole screen and put it next to it. Like that's only half of the property before you even get to the woods. And so the crawling for the event was in the back, and I didn't make it back there once. I actually never made it past the barn. The farthest I made it was the oval track.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's crazy. And there's a little basher area at the very front too. And people running, everybody, what I like about it, it's like, it's a carnival. Like,
yeah.
And they had King of Rocks actually was in the front area by the little square, the white square right in front of that was a King of Rocks section.
Yeah.
But Purgatory and the other stuff was in the woods. I didn't make it back for Purgatory at all. This year, which sucked. I had my King of Rocks truck ready, but it was at the exact same time as our event, and I was gonna slip away. Last year I did because it was right next to us. We were right there next to it, between the off-road track and the little white square. Like we were right there, but we got so dirty and dusty from people running the tracks. It was awful, like to be there.
Hold on, sorry,
so
I just realized the laptop's gonna die and the charger's upstairs. Let me be right. I'll be right back. Hopefully it doesn't die while I'm let me turn the screen down. I didn't even see that. All right, I'll be right back.
Yep, I'll keep talking. It says Mofo was in an accident. I hadn't heard that. Axial 32 says 200 acres. Yeah, it's big. Axial 32 said he made it out. And he saw me, but didn't get to talk to me. I was preoccupied. I was pretty busy. I was pretty slammed the whole weekend. George Coster 79. Hey, George. Gauntlet was awesome. Glad I can say I've been to all of them. Wow, 7 years. That's cool. Great Lakes G6 when it was that. 24s were so fun, even the Gentleman Comp. Yes, the Gentleman Comp made the video. George made the video that I posted earlier talking about the Gentleman's Comp. Oh, broke a bunch of ribs on a dirt bike. Ouch. That's not fun. So yeah, it was great. I don't know. I'd like to maybe talk to them about doing. So they do the Gauntlet is only open on Saturday. So they have all these other events as kind of like fun things to do when there's not the Gauntlet because they don't want anyone to run it early. So they have the King of Rocks, they have the 24 scale, they have the Purgatory at night. But then for some reason on Sunday, we also run the 24 scale again, which is cool. I mean, I love resetting it up and running. I mean, that's super fun. But I kind of wonder if we just do like a longer open time for crawling on Friday on the 24 scale, make it like the tiny Gauntlet on Friday. If you want to come in and run, because we definitely have a smaller crowd on Saturday because that's the Gauntlet day. Everyone, that's what they're there for, is they go out and run the big trail, right? So it's not as many people that come to us. I mean, it was only 20 people less, 20 trucks less, so it's not a big drop in number. We still had quite a few. But I wonder about just if they were open to just run, not with comp, but do a comp. Because there's also weird, like we have multiple sets of trophies to give out like the next day, which is a little, weird because we're kind of the smaller event at the event. And we've just got like 4 classes for 2 days with 3 winners in each class. And it's like, it's a lot of trophies to give out. And you're going to get it, and it's going to happen where people that are good and running all the classes end up getting trophies in each class. When it may not all be firsts, but they get called up a lot, like 7 times, and get trophies. So it's kind of just some like, do we need to do it that way? Like, or do we just do it the one time? Because it's like, oh well, it gives people more opportunity, but at the same time, it's a lot of the same winners, and they just walk away with 2 trophies from the event. Does it make the trophy less prestigious because there's so many available? Those are things I wonder. So, and I also selfishly would like to go do other stuff on Saturday. Let's be real. Like, I don't have a single thing to show for the rest of the event except for, and I only have stuff to show for the mini racing because Joe came in and said, hey man, let me just input all these, and tell people, because I was sitting at the table saying, "Are you competing? What class? Okay, fill this out. Take the clipboard, take it up to the people. They'll judge you. Bring me back your sheet when you're done." And then I'm typing it, typing into the computer. But everybody's coming up and talking to me. So, like I've got 50 cards now stacked and like 10 names in the computer. And so getting pretty distracted. But
gonna have to go into an app next year that tracks all your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that would actually be cool if the judges could just input it and just hit send. Interesting. We could do a Google sheet type thing, a spreadsheet.
Excel.
Almost.
Yeah, an Excel sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if we have to have it on multiples running at one time, Google would.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Shared. But yeah.
That's always the problem.
A form on Google, and then when it's inputted, it fills it into the spots, and you just have like a website that you click on.
That's the big thing that's tough. That the reason why it's hard for me to get involved in a lot of the RC stuff is just because it's like, I still want to play. Like selfishly, I still want to play. I don't want to manage. I don't want to. I'm not saying this happened there, but it's like I don't want to conflict resolution anything. I don't want to, make people happy. It's like I just want to play, like. And I think that's what most people do. So it's like, kudos to you for going out there and actually laying it down and doing it.
Well, I mean, I joke with the other guys. I'm like, they ran it all. Like I just sat there getting, interrupted and talked to and hey man, hey, I watch your show. I'm like, cool. And then, stop and talk. And are you guys running this? So there's like that going on. But like really Go Man Go, Rick from 124 Mop, Matt Flanders, who's in here, my son helped, Matt's son Milo, Travis, all those guys like put on the show. Like they said, I didn't even touch the 24 scale course. Like Rick and Dana just showed up, put on gates, tested it, got times to find out what would be the length of time, if it was doable, all that. And then I did the 18 scale one the second day, and then Dana helped me with it the first day, and then my son and I tested it and then reset all the gates. They're like, whoa, these are going to need some extra help. But yeah,
that's a tough one.
And then I'm sitting there, I've got the J Concepts tires out there that everybody's drooling over and wanting to see, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get them out and run them. And dude, I got to run them after the ceremony. They're literally doing like, I can't use any of the audio. It's not even after the ceremony. It's after I did my presentation. Then they were doing the giveaways of all the prizes that were still left and calling out numbers because people didn't claim them.
Yeah.
And so I'm running over there like, the sun's going down. I got to get quick footage of this. I still haven't edited or posted it yet. I'm going to have to narrate the whole thing.
Yeah.
They are awesome tires, though. I will just
say
they are fantastic.
Did you use stock foams on them?
Yep.
Nice.
They're a little soft.
Yeah.
But for gripping into rocks and stuff, man, it just gripped in and pulled it out. And yeah, it was pretty cool.
I'm looking at 3 different sets right now that I've got my eyes on. One's the JC, what are they called? Tusks. One's the new Proline Trepador, but they're like 4.9 inches tall. I think they're big. And then the other ones are my Baja Pro X's.
Okay.
From Proline. I'm trying to decide which ones to get. I mean, the Baja Pro X's and the Tusks are pretty much the same. But the Tusks are 4.75.
Okay.
And I kind of want to
rename them that, because I thought that they weren't store approved because they're 4.9s that measure 4.75 like that, but they go by what's written on the tire.
Oh, I don't know.
No, that's the other ones. It's not the Tusk. It's the
that's the Falcon. Maybe? Oh, okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
One of them I know they had some issue with.
I gotcha.
Anyway.
Yeah. No. So, but the Tusk and the Baja Pro X are basically the same tire. Little different, little different, but
yeah,
just the look, I'm trying to figure out the scale look. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Well, if you don't need super scale, those other tires are wicked. I'm just going to say that. Also, I see Cardboard Crawlers who got my last tool set that I had, and I came home Sunday to a box on the porch with more that I have to now repackage.
Oh, nice.
Add the extra bits and stuff that I get for them and all that. I just hate these packages because they fall all out and I don't like using them, so I take them all out and repackage them all myself.
Nice.
But yeah. Oh yeah, George
Nice.
Coster. And so I was helping fix people's rigs that were broken, and like one of them had bought a kid had bought a micro Komodo from me, and the pinion just he's like, hey, it's not driving. I'm like, huh? It's like, oh, motor must have slipped, Nope.
Yeah.
Going, the whole pinion is like just spinning on it. Something
Weird.
broke free on the pinion, yeah, because they're just suppress-ons, but
okay.
some kind of force must have. I've never had it happen, and I get bound up and crazy
Yeah.
stuff, and I've never had that happen. So
I've got a
weird.
question.
I had to
about...
rebuild that whole thing for him while the competition was going on.
Oh, wow.
And I'm giving clipboards and all this stuff, and I'm fixing his truck for him. Yeah.
That's crazy. I got a question about that Komodo motor. How do you think it would fare in damp locations?
How do what?
How do you think it would fare in damp locations? So, like, for instance, say
Which
I took
one,
it with
the tires?
The Komodo, the FureTech motor, Outrunner.
Damp? I think damp would be all right if you're not submerging it.
Right. Like, so for instance, like it rained here. And so if I took it outside on a wet surface and it's wet dirt, not mud, but just wet dirt, do you think I'd be safe, or do you think I should not do that?
I think it'd be fine.
Okay. I'll give it a
yeah.
whirl. Otherwise, I'm not going to get too much outdoor stuff. And I was starting to think of the crawler space that I have now is converting it into mini scale to 24th and 18th scale.
Yeah.
Just because I'd have a lot more real estate doing that. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Nice. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. Making changes to the challenge the king next year. Nice. Yeah, man. I got to get out there. How is the weather?
Oh, it was beautiful, man. It couldn't have been better weather, honestly.
Yeah.
It was absolutely gorgeous. Shorts, t-shirt,
nice,
and like 70 degrees. And at night it was like 58. So it was like tent weather. Like, dude, you could have come and just chilled with my son and I in the tent and been perfect. I was in a sleeping bag. I got a little chilly almost.
Really?
I could have used maybe like I should have probably put a long sleeve shirt on or something, and it'd have been great. Or socks, I don't know. But dude, it was so good. Like, it could. I honestly don't think it could have gone better. Like, well, having Jeff there would have been way better. But but I mean, weather wise, and things seemed to run really well. The food was fantastic from the food trucks.
Nice.
And we found this place called Farmhouse Pizza about 6 minutes away next to the post office. And I've never had a chicken bacon ranch pizza before.
Bro, that's what I get every time.
No red sauce on it. Just
no
like
sauce,
ranch.
Period.
There's ranch. They have ranch in there.
Ranch and garlic. Yeah.
Freaking fantastic.
I get mine with no cheese, though. And it is like bomb, dude. It's so good. So
it reminds me of, so at Chili's, my favorite thing is the chicken bacon ranch quesadilla.
Yeah.
And like, it tastes like that quesadilla, but as a pizza.
Oh, so good.
And I'm not really like I kind of am. I want my pizzas to taste like pepperoni pizzas you can add stuff to the pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
But don't go like adding pineapples and stuff, like changing the whole kind of.
Who are you?
So I was shocked because I don't like barbecue chicken, any of that stuff. Anyway, I didn't want to talk about pizza. There's enough other stuff to talk about. If we're going to talk about food, I might as well talk about this meal that we made. So that's Chris from GCM in the very back middle. And Rob Matthews from USTE, who came, and I was their fishing guide.
Nice.
Out on the river, caught my first walleye accidentally, just going for bass. We were going for bass, and we ended up catching. So they came out Thursday before, like Thursday afternoon, and then at the end of the event. So actually, here's the Go Man Go, or not the Go Man Go. Here's the 124 mop trailer setup. You can see our tent behind it, actually. And then the Jeff Walters crawler was just off to the left with the guy with sunglasses sticking up over the T-shirt.
Nice.
So anyway, I'm gonna remove that now. I just wanted to get to them while they were there. But yeah, we ended up catching and cooking lunch, man.
Nice.
We caught on, so they came back out Monday. So as I was leaving, he's like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about some fun." I'm like, "Oh yeah, like it's some kind of event or something or what?"
Like,
he's like, "No, man, let's go fishing. Well, I'm here for 2 more days." I'm like, okay. So we went back out Monday morning, and in like 3 hours, we caught like 30 fish.
Wow.
And we only went up maybe 1,000 feet from my house and just drifted down, slowly dropping anchor, fishing the shoreline. And it was nuts, man. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. It was nuts. We didn't really take many pictures because we were so busy catching fish that it was just like, why do we keep taking pictures?
Yeah.
Unless there was like a double. So that's why that one picture is with them with the sunfish or the bluegill was just because whenever there was 2 on at a time, like 2 caught it, we'd take a picture of the 2. But yeah. Anyway, so that was fun.
George Coaster says we've had rain out in 7 years or so. Expect rain next year. So, for the gauntlet.
HJ Sports says, "Oh my God, yes, that piece is the bomb." Yeah, he got married. Alex got married the weekend of the gauntlet. He couldn't come.
Oh, nice.
He thinks he has an excuse, and people are trying to give him one. But
it was my wife's birthday. I had to go sit through a country concert. That was. That's all I'm going to say about that in case she's listening. Just kidding. No, I was going to say, dude, fall was like a snap of the fingers here.
Yeah.
Instantly. It was nice. Like I think you saw the last time I was out, it was like 76, 78 last Friday. Yeah, Friday. It was like 75 degrees out. Same kind of temperature as yours, 75 degrees out. 50 degrees in the evening. Like it dropped down to 48 in the evening here.
Yeah,
but it was
cold.
because it was damp. There's a lot of fog coming in. And then literally the next day, it has not stopped raining since Saturday. And it's just been like buckets, like pouring buckets of rain. And I'm just like,
yeah, the rain finally came today. It was a little damp on the, and a little bit of dew, but it actually burned up and off really quick. I was shocked. I thought we were going to be walking around with soaked shoes, but it didn't happen. So we got pretty lucky. We had a gentleman's comp at night. Super fun.
Yeah.
And we were out till probably 12:30 or 1 running. I know Rick went to bed about 2 a.m. I went over and hung out with John Martin, who's in here right now, and Joe.
How do you stay up so late? I can't do that anymore.
Well, because we were having fun. Like there's people around.
I don't think I could do that anymore.
Even if you're competent and having fun RCing?
Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe. Cardboard Crawler says, aren't you in the first atmospheric river of the year? Yep. We're getting hit. It's not anything big for us. It's just normal rain, but it's like, it's rain. Yeah. It's raining. No question.
Go Man Go says, always a good time. He's like, yeah, because he's taking everybody's money. He won both of the night comps.
Nice. That's cool, man.
I was up there close. I couldn't get him though. And that happened the year before too, actually, now I think about it.
It's rigged. It's rigged.
Mine's the crush and money to win.
That's awesome. So the next thing I have on there is 'Tis the Season. Which means
for new RC cars?
For new RC cars.
Holy moly. You have one, right? That's right there. Do you have one with you?
Not new to the market, but new to us.
Oh, okay.
Which one did you think? No, I have one new to us.
Oh,
we'll talk about that one.
I know
later.
You grabbed one. I have one new to the market.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at that.
It's really pretty. I love the two-tone on it.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks like era correct. Do the roof rack? Do those lights work?
The lights work. Yep.
Wow.
But it's the same thing with the blinkers when you turn, which I'm not a fan of. And there's no way to make them stay solid. If they could do a way where everything just stayed solid and lit, I would be like so much more of a fan of it. Like as it is, I'll probably not turn them on very often because the blinking will drive me crazy.
Yeah.
That'll try and unplug the blinkers.
There you go.
And not ever, and maybe turn off the rear ones because the rear ones, the brake, they do the blinker too. So it's weird. But metal links on the bottom, metal steering links.
Oh wow.
Servo saver on a crawler for some reason.
Huh.
You can see it sticking out. I know it was great for the monster truck.
Racing Case
based
asked, he asked if they had those at the FMS tent.
They didn't. In fact, he hadn't seen one. And I was like,
What?
oh, I'll go grab mine and bring it for you to see. Well, because I was being good. I didn't know he was there, first of all. So I was being really good. But yeah, so he wasn't there, like in my mind. I'm just talking to somebody and they're like, oh, do you have whatever's coming out the LCA? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I have something. I have something from him.
Brian Massey. Blinkers on crawlers. Someone let China know. That's not cool, bro.
They need to know. They need to know.
I know.
Need to know.
That's funny.
So yeah, I mean, the shocks are so smooth, but like you have to crank on them to make them do anything. So if you're just coming up on a rock, you get a little bit, but then it just wants to unload it. Like it doesn't want to keep compressing.
Right.
So that's the one, and I'm guessing that's a shock spring thing. So I know that 2FMRC raised it because they do sit a bit low. Even because they don't compress much even with you like let go, hold on. They don't compress at all under the weight of the vehicle.
Crazy.
So he lowered it by raising the shocks. He put like servo horns on to the mounts to lift the mounting point to it. I probably will just take the shocks off or the springs off and just let it run with the,
or even cut the springs in half.
Yeah, that could work. Or not even fully in half.
Yeah, like 2/3 or something like that.
Yeah, 2/3 off or a third of it off, just to let it sit a little bit more. But yeah, it's really cool. Metal chassis. They did do hex hardware for most of it now. So yeah, I mean it's like the FCX 24 in many ways. In fact, it's odd they call it the FCX 18 because it's a little bit longer.
Right.
But really, if I were to hold this up to the Bronco as the FCX 24, the body and everything just looks bigger, and they're calling that one the smaller scale than this one. And this is a 4-door compared to the 2-door Bronco that just looks massive as far as all the scaling on it. So I don't understand it with all RC companies. It's not FMS.
Sure.
But all of them with their coming out with what scale thing, like they would probably be best to just name them all FCX 18. And this is just a longer wheelbase version.
Right.
Although it does have nicer upgrades like the metal and whatever. So this would be like the FCX 18 Ultra or something. I don't know, like it's a little bit more modded.
The LE. Yeah.
It doesn't quick clip. I don't know why. For this particular chassis, they bolted it all on instead of having the quick click remove like the other ones. Probably because these were already set and made, and they just, made a few changes to it. But because the old LC80 had a smaller motor and interior, and it was harder to get in and work on and all that stuff, and so they did simplify it, but it still is screws to remove the body. It's like to get in and work on stuff. But I mean, you can still
full
access
interior.
What you need to. No, they're trying to make it, I think, a little more comp oriented in that way by removing some of that weight of that and simplifying so you can get to stuff to work on it and make upgrades. Because when you add the interior, there's a lot less you can do. But it's pretty dark tinted windows, so it's not like you notice anyway.
Right.
They are see through, but yeah.
Yeah, there's
anyway,
a
those
lot
are my
of
thoughts on it. It's the trail truck.
That's pretty dope. There's a lot of new stuff coming out. Red Cat came in heavy. They came in heavy with a new crawler and a new loader or whatever you call them. I don't know what you call them. What's the truck called? The cab over hauler.
Hauler. Yep.
Hauler. That thing looks rad, and I love how you can, dude. I love how you can put servos on it to dump it. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. It makes me wonder though.
I mean, that's just
how much
straight out of Cuba, man. Straight out of Cuba.
Yeah.
The front end of that. That's more than the cars when I was in Cuba. it was the big trucks that impressed me the
Yeah.
most. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, you don't see those in car shows.
Exactly. Exactly. When I first saw the picture of it, someone took a picture of it, posted it on Instagram from Pearl by the Fire. And I thought it was just someone's custom build. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I just swiped by it, and then I realized that it was Red Cat's production build, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet." The
Yeah.
the bed of it looks pretty pretty stout, pretty substantial
Yeah.
too. So it's
Does it come with the trailer?
No.
Because people
No.
were saying 3 feet long, but that's with the trailer attached. It's got to be with the trailer attached.
No,
It's 3 feet long.
Harley was saying it's 3 feet long as the truck itself.
When you see it next to them in the unboxing here,
Well, look, think
it
about
doesn't
how
look
long
3
a
feet
crawler
long.
is. Think about how long a
13
crawler
inches.
is. No,
13
it's
inches.
a wheelbase.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's the wheelbase. Well, on
20 some.
Yeah. So you're probably at 21 inches.
18.
Yeah.
So here's the.
Yeah, I've
picture.
heard that too. Black market. The
Right
bed
here.
holds 10 plus pounds, which is crazy.
So that is the truck.
Yeah, that's 36
That's 3
inches
feet?
all day. All day. Maybe 30 inches. Yeah, because look at how long that is into that crawler. And that crawler is a longer wheelbase. I thought that crawler is like a 12.8 wheelbase, 13 inches.
That doesn't look like a yardstick to me, though. That table is 6 feet, or maybe it's 8 feet.
It's
8
probably
foot table,
8 feet.
you think?
Yeah, it's probably 8 feet.
So if that's an 8 foot table, then that's
Pretty close to 3 feet.
Does anyone have specs on it?
I could probably pull some up. JM's RC says
Here it
total is 5 feet, including the other
Total
trailer.
is 5 feet.
Including the other trailer.
Wheelbase. So here's length is 920 millimeters.
I don't know what that is. This is America.
36 inches. Holy crap.
Imagine how much this is going to cost to ship. That's
35.5 inches.
To be exact.
Gosh. Liars. No. Wow, that's
It's
impressive.
36 inches with the ramps on it. Once you put the ramps out.
Half-inch ramp. Baja 5B was 32 inches. Dang.
Yeah, but that's the thing at XJ. It's only two-wheel drive.
I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, so
like if you go off road with it, you're using
look at
it
that
wrong.
with the lights on the side. Look at the lights on the side. That is dope.
Look at them tucked in there.
I know.
It's
That's
dropped
so
all
sick.
the way. Ugh.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Lights sold separately.
I think that is so sick, but I struggle with it as I'm on the struggle bus because I don't know that I would. I'm not dollhouse enough to use it. You know, like when would you do that? Like, what would you do? You just can't drive it.
If they have events like we had this weekend.
Yeah, but then once 10 people get one.
Cement.
Yeah, but I mean, it's say
they
10
still drive them around. Well, they're going to customize them and do crazy paint to them, and they use it to tow around their other rig that they're going to show and do the stuff with. So, like the crawlers are being hauled on really cool low boys and different types of
but you can't put
that people had at this event.
But you couldn't drive that.
No, you'd
have to pick it up
for your on road
and then set
It'd be
your
for on road cars or your drag car. You drive your drag car up. I don't get why they're showing it with crawlers on it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I wouldn't show it with crawlers on it like they did for the one photo because it makes people think they're going to take it to where they would an event where they do crawlers. So
yeah,
like, yeah, not really. I didn't realize that those two cars were different. The two new crawlers. I didn't know that the bodies were different.
Yeah, they're doing really one piece and a two-piece body. Yeah,
but it's more than that. The grills are different. Like,
yep.
I thought it was gonna be the same style. Yeah.
Yep.
I like them both.
Dude, you didn't hear me say this. Red Cat's super underappreciated for how good they're.
What didn't we hear you say? Come again?
They're underappreciated for how good their crawlers are. I'm just gonna say it. They are. We
Yeah.
started with Red Cats, and
I
their
think I know
crawlers
two
are.
people I could point to in that.
I mean, they're just really good. They are really good crawlers. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not as versatile.
I like my
though.
Gen 8. I wouldn't take it like hard rock crawling.
No, it's a
However,
good trail car.
I did one of those builders kit ones that they had.
Yeah.
So we went on this dude's camping RC trip with some Virginia guys back in the day. I was in this group in Virginia where it's like 8 of us in the group in Facebook, and we'd just, communicate and talk and whatever. But we'd do a camping trip every year. And one of them decided to buy those and just say, bring a parts bin. And we didn't know why. But then we had to build crawlers and compete with them with the 2 that he had. So we had 2 teams. And that joker did awesome.
Yeah.
And it was on rocks and stuff, but it wasn't like it didn't have the big body. We had Lexan tucked whatever nice bodies, but yeah, they did really good. And I've actually never broken one of the hubs or what everybody breaks, or the
outputs. We broke the gear that goes into the portals, the CVAs. I think it is.
549. That's not that bad either.
For the trailer?
No, for the truck.
I mean
the cab over.
The hauler, yeah.
Yeah, that's really not that bad. I mean, it's 2-wheel drive, but it's dually, and it's so different. It's like not just using parts. It's not like a parts build. Lots of molded parts.
I wonder what you could do. It'll be interesting to see what people do with it other than that kind of hauler.
Yeah. I mean, the Traxxas hauler was pretty expensive too.
Yeah, it's 4-wheel drive though.
But it's different. Yeah, but it's based off of their other stuff. I mean, they just took their 6x6 and married it with to a degree. But I mean, this is completely rethought out, and it's the cab is insanely beautiful on it.
The suspension's really cool. Did you?
Yeah.
That suspension's really similar to how a real truck like that would dump the suspension. Like if you know how like mini trucks are built and stuff like that, they have that kind of scorpion tail that goes over to the airbag. Very similar. It's pretty cool how they did that. Very cool. That new crawler of theirs is pretty neat because it's like it's like they trimmed all the fat off the Gen 8. I don't know if you saw it. Like, so where the motor goes in, there's no housing.
I haven't seen the crawler. Is it listed on their crawler stuff?
I saw it earlier. Yeah. So it's like where the motor goes in, all the stuff is stripped away, and then it goes to a divorce transfer case, but with a longer drive line to that. It's pretty unique.
This crawler?
Yep. There's pictures of the innards.
Yeah.
Somewhere. But it's the same Gen 8 body or axle. And it's the Gen 9 axle or whatever, I guess, the thickened up one.
There it is. Forward. Yeah, there's a transfer case. Battery tray here. Yeah.
It's similar. It just looks like it's, super trimmed
down. Look at this shock angle already, man. They've already keyed them even.
Yep. That's pretty cool. Be interesting to see how their shocks are.
They don't give a whole lot. They look like they're super flex, but it's only the bottom part
that's kind of the style now. I like the wheels for a stock wheel, a white wheel. Nice touch. Interesting to see how the tires are.
They look like Transformer logos. Just like this little front knob here. I just kind of
remember the old Red Cat logo? That was hideous.
They don't look like they'd perform very good, honestly. To me, not where I would run them.
Yeah. Who knows? They might be super soft.
Yeah.
There's a transmission in the
Yeah.
transfer case. And allegedly you could overdrive it now too. Or
So it's
underdrive
just
it.
flat rails, huh?
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, it looks like a Ford Courier or a Datsun. Yeah. Courier or a Datsun. Yep. Agreed.
Interesting. So it looks like the aftermarket comp chassis that people cut and then buy keyed shock towers and all that for. Interesting. Interesting. Does it have bearings?
I'm sure they do.
At $299?
Yeah.
Oh,
There
full
they are.
ball bearings and metal links.
Booyah.
Huh. Well, consider me impressed. I haven't driven one, but they've got a mounting location for the servo winch too, ready to go.
Well, I didn't see that
channel
radio.
3, channel 4 on the radio.
I wonder what radio system that is. That looks like a FlySky radio system. Interesting.
Huh. Yes, Paul Fletcher bearings is a question anymore. This year, there's been a couple. Well, what was it? The TRX-4M didn't have them.
The U-Tron didn't have, or U-Tron didn't have them.
And the other one,
SE, the SE.
The SE, yep. It is
X-Ray
FlySky.
Sports. Yeah. Dude, I am impressed with the FlySky stuff coming out. We talked about it offline. It's not like new stuff, but it's making it to the 10th scale market, which is nice. Receiver is a FlySky 2-in-1. Is it 2-in-1 on this one too? It's a 2-in-1 on the new Element that we're going to get to here in a minute. Want to hop over to the Element stuff?
Element? Okay.
So I think we talked about, did we talk about the Zool last week? Was it out?
Briefly, yes.
I think it had just
we talked about the name and your pictures, yeah.
Okay. Yep. So now they came out with the Nightwalker.
So here's the new Nightwalker.
I like it.
Which is based on a real truck.
Yep. I like it. The
curves.
So what's rad about that is that they have so much already on there from Knights Customs. The side mirrors, the light buckets, the light. Do you see the big light bar and the bumper? Massive. Super cool.
Here we go. See, that's a great. That's really tiny for you guys. Their media thing is kind of wonky.
There you go. So they widened the Night Runner fenders, and it's begging for an IFS2, but it's not modeled after the IFS2 truck. So that's pretty nice. Performance-wise, it's going to be really good. It's got all the light buckets in it already. You don't have to print them from Knights. It's got the side mirrors, the light buckets up top. Like the light.
So he designed them all.
Yeah, from what I heard, and the rear end is what's sick.
That's really nice.
It's the first time I've seen Element come with a spare tire, which is cool. Their tires are nice. Their tires are really nice.
Look at how they molded that inside to hold the flaps.
Yeah, it's going to be way strong. Hopefully, way strong. Amazing ground clearance, they say. Yes, the body is begging for custom detail.
Oh, let's talk about this, the ESC.
Yeah, so the next picture, I think, so it's a 2-in-1 FlySky. There's a picture that shows the radio on there somewhere. And the radio is pretty rad. So the radio on the fly, it has, maybe it's not on that one. Where did I see the radio?
On this page.
Scroll up again. Other way. I guess it's not.
Pictures.
Maybe
do I have to go to Instagram?
Oh, maybe it was on Instagram. So yeah, it was on Instagram. It's in my chat with you if you to pull up quickly.
I'll just pull up the.
So what's cool about the radio, is that on the fly you can change what your drag brake is. You can change the settings where it's forward reverse or forward brake reverse.
Hey, look, my car shows up in the search for Element RC.
Ooh, very nice.
That's mine.
That's funny. None of my stuff does. No one likes me. I don't tag. I just tag it by the thing, not a hashtag.
It's got to be in here, maybe in the
Yep.
next photo.
Next page. Yeah. Yep. Nope. Go back up. It's a slide over.
This one of the truck.
No, you were on the right one. It's just nope.
Oh,
that one.
Stay in here.
There's an arrow. Nope. Go back.
Go back. Slide over here.
Yes. There you go. But on the other picture.
What's this slide over crap?
You can do it, Tony. Other picture.
What the crap is this stuff?
Come on. There it is. Boom. So you can adjust the...
They borrowed that. They just cut in the FMS radio into the handle of this. Hey, but at least they show you on the top. Oh my gosh. Newsflash.
Yeah.
That's freaking amazing.
Yeah. So you don't have to blindly press buttons.
Ugh.
Pretty rad. Pretty rad. And okay, so the other thing is the FlySky new generation is the Ant B or whatever it is, the new protocol. Super solid protocol. It's a lock. That's what Dalton's been running on for his race car. That's the radio that, not that specific radio, but the radio with the Ant B protocol.
Yep.
Super good. Super good. I'm interested to see. I haven't done my homework, so I don't know if that's a 3S capable crawler with that 2-in-1 or if it's only 2S, and what kind of amperage it's going to allow you. I don't know yet. So, but I know the look of that. Oh, looks great. 419s. I was told that 475s will fit under the front. I know that DeMello bumper doesn't like really chunky 419 or 475s, but they said there's more clearance on this one, so we'll see.
Now, so it doesn't come with the light buckets in the back, but it's made. Dang, damn it!
I think it has them, but you have to put them in.
Oh, you just have to install them on the back.
I think so.
That part, okay.
I don't know. I didn't read the whole post on that. But that's pretty sick. Oh, here's the other thing that's really cool about that radio. That radio controls all the lights from the radio. So you can do, I don't think it does blinkers. I don't think it does the blinkers for you, but I think you can turn them on, turn them off, or put them on.
Does it have blinkers?
I don't think so. Mine doesn't.
Okay,
so good. I think what it does is that
they do has blinkers.
The other one, if you leave it and it'll do the only blinker it has is that if you leave it like stalling for a minute, the blinkers will turn on, or the flashers. But that's a setting, so you can hit the button and the setting gould off, which is nice. What a FlySky
95 says 4.19 tires on this one.
Yep. Would your FlySky 5 bind right to us? No, it has to be the G7P. I think is the only one that binds to it. I don't think the Noble MB4 does either. Website says it'll handle 3S. Nice. Isn't Nightwalker a synonym for something that has nothing to do with RC? A lady of the night. I already have a build idea for it. I'll tell you, Tony, afterwards. I told the Element guys, I go, I know what I'm doing. I already know what I'm doing. They're like, okay. See what happens. Great features right out of the box. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. And then the other new stuff from Associated, the MT12 Monster Van.
Yes, I don't have a picture of it yet.
It's on the Associated website. Yep, it's on. If you go to Team Associated, it's on the Associated side. It is awesome. Well, the looks of it are awesome. It's the same as the MT12 monster truck that I already have, but it's a van body. I just like that. I like the idea of what you could do with it. So if you click on Associated page, yep, There it is.
It is Monster Van.
I think it looks cool. Like, I don't know. I'm not really into that like paint style, but I think it kind of looks cool. I think it looks like fun. That tells me, that says fun to me. Like, that says fun. Look at that.
Yeah.
But the idea for me is that I saw
it's
this
a really
today.
long pinion. Can you flip that mount?
No. I got into it and I tried all kinds of stuff and I was like, nope, not worth it. You can buy a pinion. I saw they have pinions on Amazon that are extra long pinions that have the screw like all the way to one end. So then if you get a normal motor, then you could screw it in and the pinion stands proud of the shaft. But take it easy, Tony. Take it easy.
Take it
easy. But the cool thing about that one is that they're going to have a clear body for it. So on my stories, I posted a bunch of old vintage monster truck vans that you could copy and do all kinds of cool stuff with it. And I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it takes a second for that video to get into the monster van.
Yeah, it's not showing, but it's fun.
Yep. It's a fun truck. Like did you drive one yet?
Or if you have them.
Huh?
Say what? No, I watch people drive them.
Oh, you haven't driven one?
I didn't get to drive one.
They're fun. I think if you have two side by side, that's where the fun is. You know what I mean? Where they're the same speed, like you make a course and you're racing them. Like those would look really cool to do a mini scale drag race, Penda drag, something like that. That's what those would be fun for. All
right.
TA is pretty sweet. Looking to get my old RC18T back up and running. Another A-Team style van with the monster truck wheels. Yeah, buddy. Very cool.
You can't have too many, in my opinion.
Nope. RC trucks are the potato chips. You just can't have one.
All right, so I'm going to pull open. Oh, am I still here?
Yeah, you're freezing up a little bit, but you're good.
Who left? Okay. I'm freezing?
Mm-hmm. He gone. You there? You there?
It's probably trying to download something.
It's like, oh, chug.
Am I back?
Here. I can hear you, but you're staring off to space like an 80s portrait. We just need like two heads, another head of yours on top of yours.
Am I back now?
Yep.
So just opening an app that did that? Man, I need like new RAM or something.
Yeah.
Do they still say that? I need more RAM? All right, so here, I just want to show you, since that wasn't working, the idea that you were just saying that if you had two of them, it'd be fun, right? So we just, while we were there, I'm making a video on this, but we just raced. Holy crap. The
Matters from Fair Trade RC or no Fair
what are they?
Who's this? I don't know what this is. What is it?
This is the K5, or not the K5. This is the FMS Smashers.
Yeah.
And so we were racing them. Now these ones have the speed motor, but we were racing the slow ones, and the slow ones were awesome because they were more controlled.
Sure.
We ended up going back to them because they were equally matched. So here's my son and his buddy, and they were running them. But it's like kind of an okay speed, even though they're slow if you're just running them for fun.
Yeah.
But when you're doing racing and you have a course set up that's small, it's super fun because it's all about getting a jump and knowing when to let off in the corner and gain speed by keeping things tight. But yeah, the fast ones are almost out of control. Like it was way easier to lose from just rolling over or getting squirrely than these ones were just, they pull the trigger full and go for it. So Just trying to find if there's a good race with the fast ones.
Well, how does the suspension react on those? Because like these MT-12s, they feel like a real monster truck, like a SMT-10. You know, they slap wheelie and they kind of have that. You can soften up
It's
the
too
suspension.
small and fast for any of that.
Okay.
Here's the fast one.
Seems like a lot to control.
But you can see getting out of control. But you saw it bounce and slap up when it hit, but
yeah,
definitely a little bit older style. But the slower speed ones were actually a lot easier to control for racing.
Yeah. Or you can just pin it and just keep on steering.
Yep. So
hold on for dear life.
Yep. But the fast ones, man, you had to really fight to keep them under control and hit everything.
Speaking about fighting to keep something under control.
But I will say J Concepts tires were way better. So when I finally traded trucks, and I was like, oh, well, this is no wonder you were winning. These tires are way better. All right, yeah.
Speaking of fighting for control.
See these old flapping lips? Ooh, look at those pin tires.
Getting into something a little bigger.
Who's that for? You?
We got 2 of them. We traded some cars.
Oh, snap.
And so next year, I've got to build them up over the winter because they're just rollers. So I got to build them up over the winter and, do my thing, paint my bodies and stuff. And we're going to go out and do some 8th scale e-buggy action next year.
Wow.
We're graduating up to the big dogs.
That is a big graduation party.
So then we're gonna go to nationals. Just kidding. But no, I'm excited for it. That's gonna be a lot of fun. That's something totally different. That's like real power. And the cool thing is on the dirt, my son and I are gonna be able to race in the same class. We're gonna race novice at the same time.
Very cool.
Yes. What else did we have on here? 8th inch or 8th e-buggy, new elements found, track scouting, FCX 18, gauntlet recap, 'tis the season. Anything else? Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, let us know.
Because it'd be 9 o'clock's a good time for me to get off because I got kids to put in the sleeper hold and make sure they go to sleep. Look at that. Is that like the one line you did, the one pass?
No, I did multiple. Here's me like, hey, this looks harder. Let's go over here. I'm trying to get the big rock. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the big rock. I'm trying to see if I can get it to get traction on it.
How's that servo? Lots of weight up front?
Yeah. I got myself in a bind there. But yeah.
I'm starting to think it's the driver, not the tires.
Oh, it's totally the driver being bad. I was in such a rush, too, because my son was in the truck and we had pizza ordered.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those moments.
Isn't that the weird how that guilt sets in and you're like, I just want to play. And for me,
I just need to go do this.
I know. And for me, it's frustrating because I feel like I spend all the time setting up, like when my family comes over and plays with the tiny trucks in the backyard, I'm like always getting them going and then I never get to play.
Yeah.
And same with, racing and stuff like that. I'm always getting my kids set up and then I don't get to play as much.
Yeah.
At least I get to film his car, which is all the stuff, but yeah.
This truck's just starting to look so cool too.
It looks rad. I love the Ecto.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a full-on Ecto, but
right.
Well, it's an Ecto front end,
it's still a lot of the shocks are stock, the axles are pretty...
No, I know, but that's an Ecto front end still. You just cut the back, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Oh, the body is the Ecto. Yep. Yeah, it climbed over this thing really cool. Where was that?
Yeah, Paul
Up on this
Fletcher.
side.
Paul Fletcher goes, then fixing after everyone leaves. 100%.
Yeah.
Always fixing all that stuff. And I'm just like, come on.
So I found this little seam here. And I walked around to film it from the other side coming through. It was pretty rad. But you could see the flex on the tire. This was when I realized, oh crap, I also need to get like a reel. So you could see it squish in there pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too bad though.
Looks
It's
good.
like
to me.
enough.
Well, and you've got a lot of
Yeah.
weight in there too.
Yep. Yeah. If I had more time to like focus on the lines and whatnot, it would be. I mean, it still did pretty good, but there were times where I was just going and not looking ahead and just ramming because I'm not used to driving 10 scale recently, you know, so like knowing what kind of clearances I need in the front is way different than the 24 scale.
Speaking of scales, I need to find 10th scale fishing poles.
10 scale fishing poles. Walmart used to sell a little guy going fishing, little camper guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he had there was actually plastic fish and everything. We used to have it.
Nice. One of
But
the
I
build
think they're
concepts.
a little smaller than that.
One of the build
Tinker
concepts.
T68, yes, I have. If your battery is getting low, it'll totally cut out. You can't hold full trigger for super long. It'll start chopping. So
does Scale by Chris have any? I'll look them up on Instagram. Yeah,
Any
I need
poles.
10 scale poles. So one of the trucks I'm gonna finish hopefully one of these years. I want to do a Simon's Fishing Co. Like Fishers of Men style, but make it themed that
Simon,
truck.
I get it.
Yeah, have it themed as that. And because that's what I was posting is that I have Lazarus. The other one's going to be Jericho. That's going to be like my tough truck that I had kind of slowly started. And then the Simon's Fishing Co. So, but we'll see.
That's cool.
There's a little theme there.
Well, we can wrap, man. I know you got to get going.
Well, what I got to do is shoot you in the baby maker with a BB gun first.
Come on. Yeah, Tinker T68. The battery is definitely, and they mention it too when you buy the motor. If you go to FMS's page, it'll mention what motor you have to have or what battery you have to have. One of them has like a chip or something in it.
Really?
So yeah, and I think that's the bad one because it makes it
brown out.
Yeah, so I don't remember though.
Crazy.
But yeah, they actually list on the FMS page when you go to buy the motor to have a certain battery or not have a certain battery, some sort. So, but yeah, more power, more amperage is probably better than the ones that come with it. They're tiny for that much draw.
Nice.
But I get away with it. If we tried when we made the one video about the USA 1 and we were showing the speed difference when my son was driving, his hadn't been charged at that point, and if he just held it, like just kept holding it, would like stutter. So I'm like, dude, you got to get on, like let go, do some turning, like blip the throttle like a monster truck, you know, and it'll do pretty good. Racing Case 87, man, yeah, great to meet you. So fun, the Gauntlet. I wish there was more times to hang out with more people like that. Because it's so fun. Also, going back to the thing with Jeff Brown, I do want to do a shout out to all the people that gave. So I have here Alex, XJ Sport 95, Go Man Go, Black Market RC, Charlie Shankles, Matt Flanders, Cardboard Crawlers. Thank you guys for helping support Jeff. I will take money over to him or to somebody at the shop and just give it to them as a donation.
What do you think? You want to do this for like the rest of a couple of weeks or October or?
I guess we could do that. I mean, I don't know how long it's all going to be. I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't have a lot of details. I just know they said it was, that he was definitely needing some help because there's going to be a lot of costs and stuff involved with it. So, and I know that he's not running the shop right now. Other people are helping, so the hours are shorter.
Yeah.
So also because of that, if you're in town, there's still going to be comps on Thursday night. Show up. That's another good way to support, because a lot of times when you just show up, we end up seeing something, buying something, plus the entry fees, all that helps. And it'd be cool to just have a big turnout just to support him.
He doesn't have a website, does he, that you can buy off of? No e-commerce?
He does. He's actually SXT tire, the tire sauce that people use for their cars. A lot of people through A-Main and them. That's him.
Okay.
He's Mr. SXT. So,
but does he sell other stuff on his?
It's mainly the race stuff.
Okay. If I get set up doing a car for that clay, I'm going to have to hit them up, because they were telling me that I have to sauce the tires on the clay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tractioncompound.com. We'll take you to SXT. And he's got tire cleaners, SXT slime. There's great stuff for your crawlers too, to get you some extra grip. Kind of like just refurbishes your tires. Makes them a little bit rejuvenated and a little bit grippier and softer again. So, not gonna lie, we put it on our tires here. So.
Cardboard Crawler says, "Who sells the gates?"
The gates was through Rick from 124 Mop. You can reach out to him probably through Facebook and see. His sauce is the boss. Yeah, and I use his tire cleaner or his cleaner, buggy cleaner, to do my tires for my monster trucks and all that.
What's the website again?
Traction Compound.
Can I just write that in? Traction.
I was just doing it too. .com.
TractionCompound.com. There you go.
Or I think it's a Shop SXT. Is the other one? Actually, that's the better one. Shop SXT. I will just post that in the.
Do it.
There.
Boom.
There, he's got his other braking bits and tire braking stuff, and yeah,
it's a science, man. That tire stuff.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's a big racer back in the day. He's traveled a lot doing racing. So yeah, tire bands, glue bands. He's got the tire rollers.
On a side note, for racing and all that, I was gonna say something about your guys' oval. So they've made an oval out here. Unfortunately, it's only going to be open for another 10 days or so, and it's been raining like this. But Saturday, they're supposed to have a race, and they said to go out and you can bring your buggies, like the turf buggies, and put on fuzz bites and go race on the clay slicks? Oval. No, they're just like super. These are the fuzz bites. They're just super small pins.
Super small pins, so you don't tear up the track too bad.
Yeah, and they said to come out and race, but I'm going to try it with a DK10. I think that would do awesome out there on the circle track. So I'm going to throw some fuzz bites on there and see how that runs. I don't know how to turn off the DVC or to turn it up. I probably should have read the manual. But
it's on the receiver.
But where? It just has dual rates.
No, on the receiver, the actual inside the car, you go in and do it.
Oh, is there a little dial or something?
No, it's a button pressing thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Look at you doing your homework. I'm that guy that doesn't do his homework. I just grab a fistful of trigger and let it rip. That's cool. Because I was driving it and I was like, I guess it's a little helping me out a little bit, but I'm just that good of a driver.
Yeah. Cardboard Crawler says, by the way, on a tire note, love them pine trees. First inserts. Yeah, so they've been doing really good for me. That's all I'm going to say. So, I've got them in stock again. I didn't realize that they were listed as out of stock. So they're all back in stock.
I think you should do 1.9s and do 4.75s. Yep.
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
run them. So
You should
I
run
only
them.
sell what I run basically.
You should
If I
run
use
them.
why?
You should. Why not? They're good.
I'd have to find a whole new
Wheel and tire setup.
not wheel and tire, but you know how long it'd take me to take those spec RC wheels apart to keep changing and testing. Take me forever because I'd have to find out the right thicknesses to make all the different parts of them, components of them. Because it's not going to work the same because the weighting is different. So I'd have to thicken things up. So
sounds like an
plus
excuse.
I made mine really wide at the bottom because the softness of the RC four-wheel drive tires would allow them to slip in certain beadlock rims. And so remember I told you I left the bottom part of my inserts sticking out past so it actually have to bite around the insert and into the bead, so that would lock it in place. So yeah.
Nice.
It's I would have to redesign that part too for the other stuff. But because it wouldn't be as forgiving, I don't think it's a 24 scale tires with my design. It'd be a whole redesign. And Tinkercad is not an easy design tool for
you should
3D design.
You should step that game up there, Tony.
I know. I've got so much free time these days that all I've been doing is learning how to
cardboard goes seems kind of industrial. Kind of industrial.
Oh my gosh. You know how hours I spent hours and hours making simple stuff in there, man.
That's too
What's
funny.
so sexy, Brian? What are you looking at? Finishing up my CCXL FJ cab build video by Zach.
Do you have a bunch of stuff restocking, or is it just your tools?
Well, the inserts. Everything else is pretty in stock. I don't have the mounts for the Send trucks right now because I have to turn over.
Black Market says Fusion.
Now, I was thinking about getting custom made discs, logo discs. Do you think that would be a big market thing for them? No. So we're about to start a
disc golf channel.
No, disc golf crawl. Where we throw our discs, and then as we're going, we find something and we set up 3 gates and do it. And as we do each course or each tee, we'll try to find a spot to put 3 gates down. We'll add up scores for our gates for points.
That seems like that takes Speaking of short on time.
Hey, well, I mean, we're already going out and doing it. In our backpacks, you can throw a mini crawler, a 24 scale, in that top part where we keep our putters.
I'm gonna find someone to make you
crawl and
like a hip holster for your crawler for Christmas, so you can just be like, whoosh, I got my 24 scale. Wow. Someone's gonna make you one for Christmas.
Hey, is it cab only FJ right here? For a Maz cheat code.
Black Market's asking for you to send him the hookup for the patches.
They did a good job and it wasn't too bad. Yeah, this body is absolutely beautiful. I'm trying to get him to send me the boat sides or whatever the side things are that work with these, because there's magnet mounts, and Maz made for his cheat code ones that match the profile of this for his sliders. That's what I'm looking for. And then this will mount just magnet right into those sliders and lock in place because it's grooved for it. But Maz just won't communicate with me about it. So
what a jerk.
He's such a jerk sometimes.
That's funny. It's a racing case. Is that the feed jumped, but he said Joe Ropes. Maybe I'll contact Joe Ropes to get you a green, white, and black holster for your 24 scale crawler.
A holster?
Yeah, so you'll have a holster. That's what I'm saying. You could be like,
whip them out.
Yeah.
I
So
got Joe
one will be
Ropes already.
favorable.
I got a Joe Ropes lanyard that goes around my neck and shoulder, and it holds my radio, right?
Yeah.
But then it has this other part with two hoops that
There
just
you go.
lock around the axle, and you dangle it over you just walk with it. It'd be hard to throw a disc with that on, though. Be all like swinging around on you.
Yeah.
I think it'd be better to just keep it tucked in that top.
You need to make a tactical
Ouch.
fanny pack that has hooks on it or something for your crawler.
I have a Smoking Motors. No, RC Bashing is not a crime fanny pack.
Ooh.
I
You
got
got to
it
get
from
one with like
my
with
Teespring
mole.
store, which still has great products, by the way.
Oh,
I'm actually making a hashtag. Ready for it? Scramblers for Life. Shirt. Hashtag
that's
Scramblers for
terrible.
Life.
That's terrible.
But what I need to do is I want to take black. I need to get black paint, acrylic, to roll a tire through and roll on a white piece of paper so I can get a scan of the tire tread.
Oh, the
For
scrambler.
the design, of the scrambler, to have it like underline it, or maybe top and bottom, like old school band T-shirt where you had like the lines above the
terrible.
logo. Scramblers for Life.
No.
Yeah.
I put a new
Everybody-
shirt up.
Everybody's gonna get them. Did you put up a new one?
Yeah, but it's just for if anyone gets it, it's just going into Dalton's race program. So
Okay.
it's that design I showed you.
Oh
Remember-
yeah, your race team. design.
Yeah. Yep. I forgot about that.
Nice.
I think I posted it on Instagram a while ago. I think so.
I need to get some race team shirts made. I'm gonna be probably starting up a team CCXRC here. Get some
For
going.
racing what?
Not for racing, for crawling.
Oh.
Only 24 skills allowed.
Oh, so you're gonna get a bunch of team drivers.
Like 3.
You should do like something totally random, like a
Me, myself, and I.
no, like a random pair of like a random apparel thing, like I don't know, like the baby doll shirt, like cut the sleeves so they're just like little cap sleeves for you.
hmm
Team CCXRC, that'd be pretty sweet. Maybe
I'd rather
V-neck.
get like the old Jaws shirts that had like the rips in them with the blood,
yeah,
like they were vented on the side, like you
Yeah.
got bit by a shark.
Team Slow, Crawlers for Life.
There you go.
Black Market says he does sublimated cruise.
Team Slow, we get the lowest amount of points.
Sponsored. I like it.
Yep. Ooh,
XJ
sublimated. See, that's it. Dye sublimation ones. That's what you want for driver
Yeah.
shirts.
Yep, because they're all you can do all kinds of raster images.
I want it to be as much of a bowling shirt as possible, like old school bowling shirt.
There you go. That'd be sweet.
Yep. That's where we got to go.
You can put the name on it, the dude.
Yeah.
That's what.
Have the button that is buttoned down, completely.
Yeah, Hawaiian.
Well,
style shirt.
I mean, honestly, monster truck driver shirts, I think those doubled as their bowling team shirts for a little while.
Yeah.
If you look at the monster truck shirts, those are total
Yeah.
bowling shirts, man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yep.
100%. That's funny. That's funny. Dalton shirts
Oh,
say
pine tree
rusty.
tees. That would
rusty
be pretty
farts.
cool.
There you
Rusty
go.
farts.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, what could I do with it though? Like,
What do you mean?
got wood? Pine trees look-
Tiny wood. Splinters. Miniature wood. There you go. I made a Hawaiian shirt with my logo hidden in the bushes to embarrass my daughter. That's awesome. I have a shirt that says Crawler Life on it, but it's like the Tupac Thug Life across your
yeah.
belly.
That's hilarious.
And I have one that says Dad Life on the Teespring. It's good.
Yeah, I'm about to jump into some new shirt designs. It's kind of stagnant. I want more for myself to wear. I still
Mhm.
love my Smoking Motors, and I wear my RC Life shirt all the time, the hashtag one.
Yep.
But
I've worn
my
out.
Bashing is not a grind one. Is wore out. I need to get a new one of that.
Same with my Smoking Motors one. I finally wore that one's pretty. It's like my other shirts where it's like kind of. It looks cool because it's like kind of.
I like
faded.
the fade look. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Those shirts take quite a few washings for being the one-off system that they use.
Mm-hmm. They
Um,
raised the prices on your samples, though. I just
Did
ordered
they?
2. Yeah, I ordered 2 samples, and it was
so
like
they
80
knew everybody's
bucks.
just using it for a one-off shirt themselves.
I know.
They weren't trying to sell them in bulk. They were just one-off.
Yep.
Yeah,
I for 2
That's
shirts,
funny.
it was like 80 bucks shipped.
dang.
Yeah, one for me and one for
Price
Dalton.
on everything's gone up. It sucks.
Yeah, it does. It was
Have a
150
diaper on
bucks.
a rig. Oh, I had How I Learned to Crawl shirts. Remember that? It was like a little baby playing with a toy car.
I don't remember
It was
that
like
one.
you don't remember that? Let me show that real quick.
I don't want to see it.
I need that. I don't have that anymore.
I don't want it. Don't show it to me. I like my rollover called 911 shirt, but it was Juan Juan. And then I had the Juan .9 shirt.
Really?
You didn't see that 1.9 shirt?
I remember the 1.9, but I don't remember
Yeah.
the other one, the down 911.
Yeah, that's another shirt. And then I have one that's the I Wanna Believe, and it's the guy being beamed up to the UFO sombrero. That's I almost got that one printed for myself this last time.
I wonder if I have.
Harley's late to the party.
Do I still have? Oh, there's the OnlyFans shirt. I forgot all about that one.
Oh yeah.
I have the
Did I-
Ounce Inches Matter shirt. That I wear that one all the time too. Actually,
Did I tell you about how I wanted to do an OnlyFans one, but it says Only Fast for Dalton? And then KLN was like, that's probably not a good look if he podiums and he's wearing a shirt that says Only Fast on it. That looks like the OnlyFans logo. And I'm like, well, he's not.
I don't have the How I Learned to Crawl logo up here.
Uh-oh.
I used to make them like not custom, but vinyl print them and stick them on stuff.
Ooh.
So what would that be under? That'd be under my...
Well, Teespring, if you don't sell a certain one, they just kick it off.
Really? Here, Baby Crawling. This was called. No, How I Learned to Crawl. Here it is. I'll just do a screen share. This will work.
Do it. It's not working.
Well, I'm still having to do it. Present. Shoot, wrong button.
It's not working. Still not working. You ever gonna get this?
This was like original. This was OG.
Wow. That's old school.
When was this designed? 2015.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Early on the West Coast. Party just started, he says. Yep. West Coast is the best coast. What are you doing?
Wow. Yeah, so new one's coming.
There you go. What are you going to put on the on the new are you going to change the car
For what?
for your How
For
I
the
Learned
Defender?
How to Call? Yeah. How I Learned How to Call? No?
What should I put on there?
I don't know.
The Nightwalker?
Yes.
I'm such
Nightwalker.
a Defender fan, though.
Are you?
Yeah. D110? Because in real life, they're amazing.
I guess.
The old ones. I don't have the new one in the... Yeah.
Here, this is my favorite shirt that I don't even. Dalton has one, but I don't. Let me screen share this. I'm gonna steal your screen. It's already stolen. Present.
What's going on, Josh? You had a busy Monday night after a busy weekend. Holy cow. Talk about a scale news show to come back to. Sheesh.
There's my Want to Believe. That's one of my favorite ones right there. Look at all that smut at the bottom. Temu.
That one has got to be Photoshop pushed in. Hourglass. On the
You
right.
think?
On the
You
right.
think?
Those are totally pushed in.
Yeah. And then here's the new race team shirt.
Nice.
RC Amigos Racing. I don't know if this one's Dalton's or is this one the dad shirt? This one's the dad shirt. Let me get the kid shirt because this one's great. There you go. Rusty Farts. That's his race name. Rusty Farts.
Yep.
Okay. Remove. There we are.
All right. Well, let's wrap this jank up.
Yeah.
Were there any new things? No. We'll just wrap. We're not gonna do the Italian thing where I just can't end.
Harley says, use a 124 scale and say it's how you learned to nap. Oh. Yeah.
We had an awesome turnout for a 124 scale comp. Did pretty good. Not nearly as many as were signed up for the other one, but I bet people that turned in timesheets, the people that comped the actual, is probably close.
Yeah.
Because they had 200, no, they had like 500 trucks sign up, but I counted signing up.
David Ferris. That's a good one. I've got to make that shirt.
But so many people don't actually go to the like to comp the gauntlet. So they had 500 trucks registered basically.
Mm-hmm.
But we had 170 actually like turn in timesheets for comping, and only like 3 DNF'd, and I was one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, because my son played with the truck and wore the battery down, so I didn't make it.
I would have loosened all
that
the
was
wheel
pretty
nuts.
cool. That was fun. I was getting a great score too. And then it was like jerky. What in the world? Motor's seizing up or something. Pop! Right in the gate. I'm like, come on. And then it just died, like wouldn't go. Like battery's dead.
Wow.
But
Harley says there was a ton of people on the 124 scale at Portland by the fire.
Yep. I saw that. I saw Van Dewitt's pictures on Facebook. He sent me a link to it asking how it was. I haven't responded yet. It's been busy. Like,
did your son get the belt for that?
Busy. Did he get the belt? No, I was a little ticked. Like, I did a little truck toss. I'll be honest. When
really?
I was done. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I was a little peeved because I could have done well. Like knowing what the scores were, I could have.
You're like I was on the second gate.
I was, yeah, but I didn't like take it on him. I was just frustrated that it happened. Like, I'm glad that he was playing with the truck. So
yeah,
that's the flip side of it. But I was just bummed, like, come on, that truck was doing so good.
My son does that to me all the time. He's like, I think I want to go in now, and I'm like, what? And he hands me the car, and it's dead. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah,
good looking out.
You could see you were ticked. He got the point. There, you got the hand. I got over it pretty quick though. It was just that in that moment, I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was it his fault or was it your fault for not putting a new battery in before the comp?
I shouldn't have. I had all the cars ready and sitting on the table, ready to go because I didn't have time. Like I literally, like it was 6:30. The comp ended at 6. I was the last man on the track.
Yeah.
And yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, and I just kind of like I had the bins, like the black bins. I have little these things full of.
Did you see the new
that
Hoonigan
organization?
Bins? Do you see those new Hoonigan bins, the fold-up ones?
No, but I need to.
Dude, they're rad, but they're $80 a piece, and I was like, "Ooh,
that's expensive."
That's expensive.
Yeah,
for a bin.
I gave it I mean, they're on the ground. These are so whatever little tosses into the bin.
It was more like a spike.
Yeah, I'm saying football. Like I just scored a touchdown.
At least you didn't throw it at him. That would have been smack. Oh,
yeah. IDF on 18 Saturday because I tried to come up with a power trailer. Oh. He had the coolest power trailer for a TRX. Like it actually had driveline in it. that wires
Really?
up when he connects it to it. Yeah, and he had like its own ESC motor tucked up in the front of it. It was really
Wow.
cool.
That's
Never seen anything like it. He actually also had a really awesome handmade like gooseneck trailer
Ooh.
out of aluminum and wood. Beautiful. I believe that was yours, right? Cardboard crawlers.
if I ever
John Martin, yes, I did run. I ran your dirt oval car. It was on rails. It was
if I
super good.
ever do a TTC event, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make everyone have a hitch and bring a trailer, and they have to back the trailer up under time for a TTC event. Wouldn't that be fun? Like it'd be like
No,
super frustrating.
That would be so frustrating.
I
it wasn't him
know,
with the.
but I
But
think
you
that'd
had
be
the powered trailer, right?
no
Who said
trailer.
they had the powered trailer? Oh, Racing Case. Sorry, Racing Case 87. You had the really cool. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the names and
Keep on jumping.
they bumped, yeah, and so I read the wrong name. Racing Case 87 was the one that said he had the power trailer, and I think he had a really awesome. We had a Vanquish strapped to the back of it if it was his, and it was this really cool gooseneck trailer into the back of another awesome looking hauler crawler, and yeah, it was really fantastic looking. But
I'm jonesing to get some.
oh, he says that was me with the trailers. Now I'm seeing his comment here.
Yeah.
I just need to scroll. Apparently, I need to get the mouse out,
Do it.
and do the work.
All right, Tony. Goodbye.
Yep. See you guys.
You are the weakest link.
I am the
Goodbye.
weakest link. See y'all.